I recently found out something that has completely shaken me, and I don't know what to do. I never imagined I would be in a position like this, but now I feel like I'm holding on to a secret that could destroy my son's life. My youngest son, Daniel, married Emma a few years ago, right after they graduated from college. From the moment she came into our lives, she seemed perfect, kind, sweet, and deeply in love with my son. I had my doubts at first. Our family is quite wealthy, and I've always been cautious about people who might pursue relationships with my children for the wrong reasons. But over time, Emma earned my trust. She was warm, attentive, and never showed any signs of being interested in money or status. I finally let my guard down, believing she was with Daniel for who he truly was. But as it turns out, I was wrong to trust her, just not for the reason I initially feared. A few days ago, I met up with a longtime friend for coffee. We've known each other for years, and she had recently gone through a rough divorce. Her husband had been unfaithful, and she discovered his affairs through an escort website. Because many of my friends come from wealth, infidelity isn't exactly uncommon. In our social circles, men with power and money often think they can get away with anything. My friend was heartbroken, and as we talked, she shared every detail of how she found out. At one point, she pulled up the website he had used and started scrolling through the profiles, pointing out the kinds of women he had been seeing. She was venting about how inadequate it made her feel, how these women were so young and attractive, and how she never imagined her husband would stoop so low. And then my blood ran cold. As she swiped to the next profile, I suddenly saw a familiar face staring back at me. It was Emma, my daughter-in-law. I felt like the ground had disappeared beneath me. I couldn't breathe. My heart pounded in my chest, and I just stared at the screen, hoping I was mistaken. But there was no doubt. It was her. The photo was revealing, and to make matters worse, I recognized a tattoo on her body, one that I know she got a few years ago. The pictures weren't old. They looked recent. My friend noticed my reaction and asked what was wrong, but I couldn't even form words. I quickly made an excuse to leave, shaking and completely overwhelmed. Since that moment, my mind has been in a constant state of panic. I haven't been able to sleep. I don't know what to do. I assume my son has no idea. He's completely devoted to Emma, and I can't imagine him knowing something like this and staying with her. But if he doesn't know, that means I have to be the one to tell him. And that terrifies me. How do I destroy my son's world with this information? He loves her. He trusts her. And once I say these words, there's no going back. But at the same time, how can I stay silent? He deserves to know the truth. Every scenario plays in my head. If I confront Emma first, she might try to manipulate the situation, convince Daniel that I'm lying, or even spin some story to turn him against me. But if I go straight to my son, will he even believe me? And if he does, will he be able to handle it? This is his marriage. This is his life. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm going to cause irreversible damage. I don't know how to move forward, and I'm terrified of what comes next.